Hi guys, thanks so much for tuning back into a little about LV. Today I am doing my beauty room tour. So many of you have requested this video. I hope you're not disappointed. I don't feel like I have that much stuff, but maybe I do. I have finally organized it all. This gave me a good excuse to do that in 2020. So I've organized everything. I kind of wanted to show you the decor here in this room. This is my lounge couch here that I sit in and read books and stuff sometimes. But I'm going to show you kind of where I film and the new lights that I got. And then of course I'm going to take you through like all of my makeup drawers, show you everything that I have. And I'm also going to like lay some stuff out for you, let you see all the things that I have collected over the years. And so that is what we are doing today up here in the loft area beauty room. So I'm about to take you around and we're going to jump right in. All right, so this is the beauty room loft area that I film in now. I know you probably saw this in the Christmas home tour, but I'm just going to show you kind of what it looks like now. A lot of wires and everything going everywhere. Those are the lights that my parents got me for Christmas. Here is the lounge area that I have. Anna loves to hang out here. This is where I read. That's all the books that I've collected. Over here is where I actually keep all of the makeup that I have collected. It's, you know, organized to chaos in there, but I'm going to go through it and show it to you. I actually just recently got that shelving system there from Target for only $55 and got the inserts at Walmart for like $3.98, I think. They had the best price on them. All right, so I switched one of the lights around here so you can kind of see this a little bit better. And I'm just going to kind of go through these drawers and let y'all see what I have, and then I'm going to lay it out for you. But I decorated the top here with just like some of my Maryland stuff, things that people have given me, and some flowers. I actually also decorated a lot of the cubes with my actual makeup. There's my Morphe 39A palette. Down here in each of the shelving units, I've actually used palettes. Like this is a storybook, the Fairy Tales palette. It actually looks like a book, and my Moonspell palette. There's a lot of my Lunar Beauty palettes there. I actually used a lot of the palettes as decoration. There's another Lunar Beauty palette with Manny's face on it. I thought that palette was so beautiful, and so I just wanted it on display. Another thing I wanted to show you, this is like a fake decorative book here that matches the decor, but it actually has like some eyeshadow toppers and stuff in there, and I kind of just know where everything is. It's not really that organized, but so I do keep that in there. I use books a lot of times like that just to, you know, keep things looking organized, but it's just a little extra storage. Over here, I have some brushes and a little vase there that Brie got me. And down here in a little bowl with my initials on it, I have all of my Cover FX glitter drops. I also have a wine glass there that holds all of my little ColourPop Super Shock shadows. Okay, so going through some of the drawers here, this is just Kylie Cosmetics. She gets her own drawer there with all the lippies and all of the palettes and everything that I have of hers. Moving on to this drawer, I have all of my high-end palettes. So this is like Too Faced, Laura Lee, anything that I might have gotten in my BoxyCharm, like my Tarte, the Dose of Colors, Butter London, all of my Pretty Vulgar palettes. I'm going to take a lot of these out and actually show them to you, lay them all out so you can see how many that I actually have, because I think that's kind of what y'all wanted to see in the video. But this is all of the palettes that I have right now that are high-end, that are not on display somewhere else in the room. Down here we have all of my drugstore palettes. There's obviously like a few more of those because they're, you know, cheaper. But yeah, I have tons in here, like all of my ColourPop, some Ulta palettes there, the Wet n Wild ones, some that I got off that Hush app that I'll talk about later this year, a lot of BH Cosmetics, and a lot of Makeup Revolution. I love Makeup Revolution palettes. And here we have all of my foundations over here and all of my primers. I obviously have a lot of primers, you know, trial and error, and I found several that I like, obviously. Also have a little Fenty Beauty sample there that I'm going to be trying out this week. I'm really going to go for that, even though I'm a little skeptical about it, but I'll let y'all know. So that is primers and foundations. On the bottom here, I have setting sprays and all of my setting powders, several of those as well. Like I said, a lot of this stuff I actually haven't really purchased. I did purchase that. A lot of this I haven't like actually purchased myself. You know, I get a lot of stuff in BoxyCharm. That's why it's such a good deal. Like, you can really up your makeup collection for extremely, extremely cheap. And there is all of my setting powders there as well. This one's my favorite. How can I film this with you standing directly in front of me in the shelf? Okay, it's fine. It's really just Anna's world and we're living in it. Okay, thank you. All right, so lastly, there's my Life's a Drag palette. I love that palette. Lastly, I have this drawer here, and this is bronzers. Okay. This is bronzers, highlighters, and blushes. I have them in these little containers that I got at Michael's a long time ago. So this is all the bronzers that I have here. This is actually like the Naked Skin. This is actually like the Naked Skin face palette. And then I have all of my blushes here together. Of course, the only ones that are missing. Who remembers this green one from my Halloween video? I actually still use that. It's so good. Anyways, this is all the blushes. Of course, that excludes Kylie. She is in the other drawer. And here are all the highlighters that I have. I actually just found this little number out of place. That's what I get for trying to film a makeup beauty room video, but this is all like highlighters and stuff that I have collected over the years. That is like the only thing left in this. That's a KKW beauty contouring stick, but the only thing left is the highlight, so it's in here together, like I said, just kind of like organized by the little drawers. And that is it for the shelving. And over here on this table with the mirror above it, I have taken like a novelty cocktail glass or like a wine glass there and put all of my lipsticks in it. So this is actually high-end and drugstore. I didn't separate them. This is just literally everything that I own except for Kylie because she's in her drawer. But yeah, this is like Makeup Revolution to, you know, just every single thing that I have is in here. Too Faced, everything that you can see there. I have a couple on display just because I thought they're really pretty, and these are some of my favorites. This is the Laura Lee collection that I also talked about in another one of my videos. So I put those out because I like to grab those more than most. And here in the basket, I have a whole little mason jar here of eyeliners. That's what everything in here is, a lot of different colors and shades. And of course, there is the most important one. We can't forget about her. In this book that matches the other book, it is also used for storage. This is actually where I keep all of my eyelashes in here, and I have my eyelash glue in there and everything. So I'm actually like really low on eyelashes right now, but I just wanted to show you what I had, kind of pull that out for you. The Ardells are my favorite. That's the natural, but they're like a wispy. I love the kind that are like smaller on the inside and then they like get longer as they go out. Those just look best on me. These were the ones that I was wearing in my video for my 2020 New Year's resolutions, if you wanted to know. I only wear these when I'm trying to get crazy. But yeah, and of course I'm always using my Duo the Dark lash glue. So that is where I keep those, and they kind of just all fall to the bottom when I put them in there, but it's fine. That is where I keep all of my eyelashes. Eyeliners are in the jar, and then there is all of my lippies there. All right, so over to the desk, I obviously have my Maryland calendar that my mom gets me every single year for Christmas. I have them for like the last 10 years. There's all my brushes. That's just where I keep them all the time, in my mirror. In this little box that also matches everything, I have more makeup. So in here is where I keep all of my sponges that I haven't used yet. This is my first beauty blender that my friend bought me, and so I'm going to try that out for you. All these are used that I use all the time. This is where I keep my eyebrow pencils and my eyeshadow primer and my lash curlers there. If you lift this up, this is where I have all of my mascaras and all of my concealers here. And then these are my face contour sticks. This is the new KKW Beauty sticks that I had to replace the old one because I use them so much. So yeah, contour sticks, all of my concealers. Y'all know the e.l.f. is like my favorite, but NARS, this is my favorite high-end. I'm going to have that in a video soon. And all of my mascaras here. Of course, you know, Bad Gal is my absolute favorite. I just ordered 2 more, so we're going to have that in here soon. A lot of Benefit, a lot of things you've probably seen before that I hated, but we're still trying to use it up, whatever. So yeah, that is the tour of the room there. That is all the makeup that I keep and use all the time. I don't always use it up here. I actually have like a little caddy that I'll come and get some stuff and do my makeup downstairs. I do that pretty often, but now I'm actually going to lay some stuff out for you and actually like show you all the things that I have. Okay, so these are all of the palettes laid out. High-end and drugstore palettes. Every single one that I have, and there's Anne because she loves to lay on blankets, and that's what I have it out on. So this is all the palettes that I have, every single one. I even have Kylie out down there on the bottom, and yeah, I felt like I had more, so maybe we should add to the collection. So here are the foundations that I have, just a few of my favorites and some stuff that I just wanted to try. As you can tell, some of them are my summer shade, and then some of them are more for fall. Some foundations that I love, I will have in 2 shades, like the Too Faced Peach Perfect I have in a summer and fall shade. The same in the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I love those as well. The Makeup Revolution foundation stick is actually so good for the price. This is what I use on days when I'm just kind of in a hurry, but I really love this one as well. I need a couple more shades in that. Moving on to the primers, which are in the same drawer. This is all the primers that I own, high-end and drugstore. Obviously, if I have 2 of something, it is my absolute favorite. The No Problem primer from Touch in Sol is my absolute favorite. I like using the Prime Essence in the summer as well. But yeah, this is all of the primers that I have. Just a few favorites, definitely. But yeah, so that is the primers that I have. A few of my drugstore favorites are going to be the e.l.f. Luminous Matte Primer. That one is super good if you want a drugstore. And also the Wet n Wild Matte if you have oily skin like me. Those are the best. If you're looking for one that is a little bit more on the high-end side, the Tatcha Skin Silk is my absolute favorite. I treat this like gold because it was so expensive. And the Pores No More Dr. Brandt Pore Refiner Primer is actually really good. I've almost used it up. It is tinted and it's really good for people with acne-prone skin as well. Now for bronzers, I don't have a ton of bronzers here because I have so many palettes that actually have bronzers in them and I use those a lot, but I also am very picky about my bronzers and I don't like to look like muddy or cakey, and so this is my absolute favorite, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I think this is in shade Sunkissed. Yes, I love this one. It smells so good. So because I use so much of this, I have tried other bronzers. I also have this Naked Skin Shape Shifter palette. This is really nice. It's pretty cool to like have that. It has like the cream on one side and then the powder on the other. So this is pretty cool. It also has a highlighter in there. And then I love, as a drugstore brand, a drugstore option, I love this e.l.f. Bronzer palette. It is so pretty and it has tons of different shades in it. I'm probably going to put this in a couple of my videos as well. If you watched my BH Cosmetics video, you saw this bronzer here. I really like that one as well. We just don't have many bronzers here because I have so many palettes that have bronzers in them as well. For blushes, I have several, not including Kylie. Those are my favorite. I probably have like 4 or 5 of her blushes. But this is a palette that I had in one of my other videos. It's really, really pretty. I usually use that one in the summer. I have a little e.l.f. blush. I love that one. This is a new one that I'm going to talk about later, but loving that one as well. So yeah, I've got Flower Beauty, the Wet n Wild Halloween, and a Laura Geller, which this one is really, really pretty too. But that is the blushes that I have. Now highlighters. You know highlighters are my fave. I have so many more that are in other palettes. But these are the ones that I have that are just singles. I love Wet n Wild. That's the one from the Halloween collection as well. I love Wet n Wild highlighters. They are so, so good. I have a couple of Laura Lee's loose highlighters here. I also have her glazed highlighter palette. Y'all know about that one. I just didn't have it here. I have this Flower Beauty one that I use in the summertime. A little fun, like, rainbow highlighter that I got from Ulta. Like I said, this is the last of this KKW Beauty Stick, and it only has the highlighter left, so it's here. And then a little Winky Lux that I got in an Ipsy bag a long time ago, but it's actually really pretty. And an Artist Couture. I actually love this brand now that I got this in a BoxyCharm. It has like a purple sheen to it. That's the Purple Dream shade, I think. I love that loose highlighter. Here we have all of the setting powders that I use. Of course, the Peach Perfect is my favorite, along with the Pretty Vulgar. Those are both high-end brands. For the summertime, because this one's a little dark and tinted, I do like that flower setting powder. And then, of course, I have told you all about the Makeup Revolution setting baking powders there that I love as a drugstore option. And I also love this Makeup Revolution bake and blot powder for when days when you are running late and you don't want to do like a setting powder. You just want to like put it on with a brush really quickly instead of having to pour it out. So that's a good option there as well. That is the setting powders that I have. And lastly here, I have my setting sprays. Again, this doesn't include the Kylie stuff, which was in my holiday video. Of course, my absolute favorite is the Urban Decay All Nighter. If you don't have this, treat yourself. It is very expensive, but it's so, so good. It's the best out there for sure. I also love this Iconic London that I got in a BoxyCharm a little while ago that has like a little bit of a sheen to it, just a little bit of a luminosity. I love that. As a drugstore alternative, I love the Makeup Revolution Fixing Spray. This one's actually vanilla and coconut. It smells so, so good, and it works super well. So that is the setting sprays that I have. Okay guys, so that is it for today's video and beauty room tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I just kind of wanted to show you a few of the things that I had, a few of the things that you guys had asked about. I wish I could apologize for how much Anne has been in this video, but I'm not sorry about it. It has proven to be quite the challenge today, filming on the floor with a blanket because that's her favorite thing. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks again so much for watching A Little About LV. Why are you so needy? Why are you so needy? Yeah? Why are you so needy?